Good morning, good morning. Hello, 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 my good people. Miss Sunshine here. I'm bringing you a lot of love, light, and sunshine this morning. Wow, here we are. Another beautiful day. First off, let's give thanks. Another beautiful day. Wow, every time get ready to press the record button, oh my gosh, different energy flows throughout me. I get nervous, I get scared. You probably hear my voice shaking. It's so crazy because I am such an outspoken person. But Spirit keeps telling me, do it scared, afraid. Do it with anxiety. Do it with your voice shaking. But just do it. Just press the record button. I'll handle everything later. And honestly, that's what I flow with. Um, and actually, this morning I was sitting, I was having my warm drink, and been flowing with a, a lot of emotions, as we all are. And I think that's why I'm just like, I'm gonna make these videos because I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I am human. I'm not the only one. I cannot be the only one in this collective that is feeling the energies. Not only the energies within us, the energy of others. It's almost like people are throwing their energies off on us. And I totally understand it. If you know anything with anything about astrology and the different things going on, you will totally understand why. It's just bringing up a lot. So, as always, I may think I know what I want to talk about, but I've only been, I've only had a few videos, but in the few videos, Spirit has showed me it's not about what you want to talk about, it's where you're being led to speak. So, today I just want to talk about your light. Your light is going to trigger some people. It is. And huh, it's probably not new to you, like that this is happening. Like this has probably followed you all your life and you really didn't understand, like and you didn't know that it was your light triggering individuals. And we can go down this big long rabbit hole um about the hows and the whys, you know um but to oh, isn't that crazy? That is really, oh my gosh. That just trying to stop me from saying what it is I'm going to say. Mm. But I'm going to get this out. You already know. You've seen it your whole life. You know what I'm saying? The signs have been there. People have treated you differently. People have treated you, um, what's the, people have, hmm, Spirit help me. God. People have projected their feelings onto you. Um, and sometimes mad at you because of who you are. What I'm going to say today, I'm going to say shine anyway. Matter of fact, motherfucking shine brighter. Just Just do it. Like, I spent so many years, and I don't want to get off of it, but I spent so many years um, suppressing myself. I spent so many years dimming my voice, shrinking into myself because of what people would say to me. And I'm not perfect. I'ma just start it off. People can project on you, and case it like for me, people would be like when they got mad at me or when I held my boundaries. You're not sunshine, and just try to make me feel like I was less than I was. You know, um, Thinking that just because they call me sunshine, just because I'm always seeing the brighter side of things, just because I am who I am. People think that because you're happy all the time that you don't have boundaries, or when you have those boundaries you're supposed to be passive about it. I'm not passive about it. I'm aggressive about it. I'm aggressive about me. I'm aggressive about my boundaries. I'm 5'3". You're gonna have to get up off me some motherfucking way. And excuse me for cursing, but I'm cursing because this is what people do. You know what I'm saying? They think because you bring that light that you don't bring that heat with you as well. And then try to use you holding your boundaries as a sign of you are not who you say you are. And sometimes that's what people do. Um, Sometimes you can get pulled into them trying to say things to you so that you can suppress your voice. Guilt tripping you into silence. And it can work. It can work sometimes because we are conditioned and it is taught to us to be loving, forgiving, um, kind of passive. So when someone like me comes along, I'm not passive and you can't play with me, and I'm gonna hold my boundaries, then it becomes a problem. And there have been times in my life that I have suppressed it and I've gone along with the flow. I have done things because that's what society says we're supposed to do. I have dimmed myself. I have, you know, not allowed myself to get to know who I really was as an individual. And what I learned, I wasn't giving myself the love that I needed in order to thrive. It's nothing wrong with letting your light shine. There's nothing wrong with loving life, loving the things around you. Um, and it's not saying life won't life, because, I've had to start over countless times. I've been stripped of everything and humbled. Humbled. I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm not ashamed of who I am. And people um, who aren't ashamed of who they are, aren't ashamed of their past, aren't ashamed to live within that. that can be kind of triggering to some that aren't that way. It can. It can. But that shouldn't stop you. So, I mean, I'm here to tell you today that, you know, just because you're going to trigger somebody else, don't fall into their trap. You know, sometimes you have to sit within it. Oh, just had that. I just had that video. It's a part of sitting within it, because as you're starting to trigger some people, it's going to test who you are. But if you've been out in the wilderness, you've done that, and are continually doing that shadow work, getting to know who you are, you know, diving deep into this thing we call love. Like, for real, for real. Um, your perception of things kind of changes, and has changed, will change, whatever. Um, and it hits different when you trigger someone else, because if you're not already at that point, or if you're watching these videos, you are at that point, or if you're not at that point where you realize you're at that point where it's like, am I tripping? No, you're not tripping. But now, when it happens, and when you start to trigger individuals, you start seeing it. It's almost like you jump out your body and you start seeing it. And their triggering doesn't trigger you, because before it may have. And there are times where, you could slip up and something is said, and you can go there right along with them. You can go there right along with them. You don't have any problem. You don't have any problem going right along with them. But even if you do go right along with them, you don't go down that rabbit hole too long, because spirit comes in and spirit says, hey, you see that? And then you'll stop. And then at that moment, it's like you're watching yourself and the situation play out. And now you're able to respond from a place of clarity, because now you know who you are. And that's the power within you that you have. I am a spiritual warrior. I am. I'm out here. And, you know, I'm a spiritual warrior with discernment, with empathy. What the? Empathy. See, without teeth. Oh, I need some teeth. No. And, slow down. And with compassion. But most of all, I have boundaries. We are conditioned to think that we must turn the other cheek. Confirmation. All of the time. We are conditioned to think that by not tolerating bullshit, that we're not spiritual. Boundaries are a part of being spiritual. When you actually are one with yourself, you know, I and I, if you know, you know. If you know you are he and he is you, you have to have boundaries, because everything about you is sacred. Your talk, your walk, your energy, you have to protect that. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with that. But it's your intentions behind it. Don't be out here trying to cuss everybody out and claiming it's you being spiritual. don't use spirituality when it, you know what I'm saying, is convenient for you or suits your purpose. No, this is who I am. This is how I live. But that doesn't mean every minute you're gonna see me. No, I get mad. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because I'm feeling these emotions. I'm here. This is what I'm gonna do. Have I cussed a few people out? Yeah, pretty much. Did they deserve it? Well, I'm always going to say in my head, yes, they did, because I don't come off at you like that unless I have to. And even in the past, I fall into the trap of going down the rabbit hole further than I expected, and that can happen too. Man, you can get into all kind of things with individuals, and before you know it, you're there. You're right there in their energy. And that's why it's very important to have your boundaries. It's very important to use your discernment, because this is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I can remember I be in relationships and, oh my gosh, trigger warning. I'm gonna tell y'all, because I may have a few exes or whatever that, I spied on my page, so they can say I am not who I say I am. But I don't have too many mad exes. We cool. It's understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because I am who I am. Not saying that everything, ooh, cool, sparkly, or whatever. But I've had situations that I allowed myself to be really pulled out of my character. And this is that growth process. People think because, you know what I'm saying? Spiritual, man, this journey is a forever journey. As long as you're breathing, as long as you're living, as long as you're here, this is going to be the journey. We're not going to be perfect. Yeah, we going to fall down them rabbit holes. And yeah, there have been previous situations where before I really got to know who I was, I knew a piece of who I was, but I didn't know totally. You know what I'm saying? People, there's a time in my life where people made me feel like I didn't know what I know. I wasn't who I knew I was. Made me doubt myself. And that doubt allowed me to go down rabbit holes trying to prove myself. Trying to prove I'm not that, whatever the case may be. But then I found out I didn't have to prove it to them. Hear the motorcycle? It's confirmation. Riding into the sun. I didn't have to prove myself to anyone. I am who I say I am. Those that know, know. And those that don't, it's not meant for them to know. So, you're going to trigger people. And if you're an empath, you're going to feel them as well. You're going to feel them to the core. And you have to watch it, because my issue is because I am an empath and I feel everyone so deeply. I used to take on their feelings. I used to be like, I'm not calling people hoes, but in essence, Captain Save a hoe. If I can fix it, I'm going to fix it. If I have the ability, I always thought that I was placed here because, like, if he put it in me to do it, this is what I'm supposed to do, bruh. Yeah. I was blocking people karmas and everything, really not knowing. You know what I'm saying? And now, being forced to sit with myself for a couple of years. Cancer will do that. Yeah, I would sit with myself. I meditate. I do all that. But no, 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 no. Snatch every fucking thing away from me. Everything. 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 I no longer could work. I didn't have insurance to get my chemo. Everything. Relationship was like, just everything in my life crumbled. I was so fucking humbled. And he stripped everything away, even people, to show me like you got to do something different. You're going within, but you're not deep enough. You're not connected enough. There's a lot of things that I have learned and that I have seen, and also that I wasn't crazy. And even throughout all that, I would see people out in public. They wouldn't even know I had either of my bags. They wouldn't know I had a port. Sometimes I had my little chemo ball connected to my port, carrying it around. They didn't even know I had cancer. 2 years I walked around, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of folks beside me losing all my weight because I didn't lose my hair here, they didn't realize. I mean, you might have looked at me and would be like, damn, was she on? But you wouldn't have known it was cancer. So being forced to go within, I had nowhere else to go but within. But within, I had to sit with myself. And even the things that, you know what I'm saying, that triggered me, I had to sit with. The things that, you know what I'm saying, within myself. I was reacting to people and not living my true self. What you would see was my reaction. Like, you know how people would poke a bear or just poke at you slickly, slickly, just so you could react. Well, in my case, I'm very easy to read. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. It ain't hard to guess who I am because I'm transparent. So you know what does it. So, you know, you would have individuals and, you know, that being done. But I had to go within myself and ask myself some questions. I had to search within myself. And so now this became not about what anyone did to me. This became about me, my journey. Who am I at the core? Who am I showing up as at the core? And, you know, I had to decide wholeheartedly, you know, because I had it somewhat, but then I could see within myself where I needed that growth, where I needed to heal, heal, where I was allowing trauma to affect me. But being a mom, a wife, you know, well, not now a wife, but going through the years, being a mom, a wife, you know, working, you don't have time to even sit with yourself. Everything on the back burner. I got a Rolodex. Oh, shit. And when that Rolodex started coming out and I had to start pulling those cards out, let me tell you, we go on reactionary. We're reactionary individuals, but unfortunately, everyone only sees that individual. That may not be who you are at the core, but we're feeding into so much that other people are throwing at us that you can then become that reactionary person and not even know it. Over the years, you have become that because now you're just in reactionary mode. And I had to stop myself. I really did, because you know, even if people deserve certain words, I had to realize some people, they don't deserve that energy. And I don't want to put that energy back out there. I don't. I will hold my boundaries. I stand 10 toes down for my boundaries, but I'm not being pulled into chaos. I'm not leaving my bubble. I like my bubble here. You know what I'm saying? I like it over here, and I've worked hard to get to this point. So, in saying all that, your light is going to trigger some people. It's going to trigger them. And some people will have you thinking you are not who you are. Okay. Anyway, I guess Spirit said that was enough. I'm just the vessel. You know, at the end of the day, what you will realize, and I've said this for years, I'm just the vessel. You know what I'm saying? I'm the vessel. And there are things, it's love, all that. I'm just the vessel. So I love y'all. Um, you know, I had to learn when Spirit says it, or talks, or puts it on me, that's how it flows. And now you see I'm blah, 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 blah. Spirit said I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to say. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to do as a people. Sometimes listen to the words that are being channeled through us and know when it's our ego, and then know when it's not. So in saying that, I'm gonna wrap this up. Um, and I'm gonna send out to everyone. I don't know when it's to find you. I don't know how to find you, but whoever it needs to find, it's going to find you. Whether it be a year, a day, an hour, a month, 2 years, 3 years, because this video is not going anywhere. And please excuse me, but this is me unfiltered. This is me raw. This is the raw as you're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't out here front. I ain't out here for the likes. I'm out here for giving you. No, 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 no. Back it up. I'm out here to give you a touch of sunshine. That is it. And I come to you with true transparency because I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid. I do not care. I am at the rawest version of my life, the rawest point of my life, unapologetically. You're going to have to take me how I am. I don't care anymore. Take me how I am. Take me. Because, hey, I made it to this rightful age. This is a blessing. And if you made it this far, embrace who the fuck you are. Stand tall, queen. Stand tall, king. And if you not, you ain't to this point, still stand tall. Stand tall in who you are. If you are filled with love and light, let that shit flow. Stop holding that shit in. Don't let nobody make you feel you wrong because you see the good side. Don't let nobody make you feel wrong because you standing within your divinity. We need more people like you. Let's not be afraid to do this. Stand within your divinity. Boss got you down today, man. All right, you don't know what he got going on, but he be all right. Because you covered. You know what I'm saying? Children tripping. All right, do what you got to do, but you be all right because you covered. You feel me? Spouse acting a fool. Ground yourself because you covered. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, feel it. Let it flow through you. But in the process of doing that, y'all, let me just break it down. Don't miss this. We so busy worried about what other people are doing, how other people are. Well, it's there for them. No, get connected to you. Because if you so enveloped in you, you don't give a fuck what they doing. You don't give a fuck what they say. You don't care. Live in your truth. Live in that love. Live in that light. Because we are out here. My love ain't going nowhere. I ain't changing for nobody. everybody. And I got so much love to give. I'm going to give it. So I am so passionate about this. I am passionate about this. We need more people out here just embodied in love. We have enough strife out here. We have enough disconnect out here. Man, all we need is love. That's it. If no one has told you today that they love you, from my core, from the bottom of my heart, I love you. And I'm sending you out some love, some light, and a whole lot of sunshine. Be safe.